So, Entrepreneurial ADD came in this form for me at Vavi. So Vavi was a sport and social club. Before we had, I don't know, maybe 5 sports leagues, we had created Vavi VIP, which is a social organization, Vavi Vacations, which is a vacation planning company, Vavi Corporate Events, or something, I can't remember the name of it, we came up with some type where we were going to do corporate events, and 3 or 4 other areas. Vavi Sports was still not making money. It was still struggling. And we were expanding into 5 different businesses, and we had no idea. Looking back, I mean, that was a huge, huge mistake. And so one of the things that I work with people on when I'm coaching them through the startup process and helping them with the business plans is focus. This isn't always the case. Everything I'm saying isn't always true, but generally speaking, starting with one product or service with the smallest market niche you can find and really serving them. And then when you've got that down, you can expand it a little bit bigger, especially if you're a first-time entrepreneur. If you're a serial entrepreneur, you've been doing this a couple times, then what I'm saying is probably not even that helpful for you, so you don't need to listen. But if you're newer, I think that's so critical, because one of the biggest components to growing in the first few years of a first-time entrepreneur isn't the actual business or the market or the marketing. It is the entrepreneur themselves growing personally and learning what they need to do. And so the more focused you are, the more focused you can dedicate your resources, and the easier it will be. It's easier to build a product or service for a very small niche than 16 niches, right? It just gets complex and complicated. And so I think that to answer your question back around, focus is critical to success, and I made a mistake when I was doing that. And now with this new business, I see ideas every day. It spawns a million other ideas. I've actually had to make a commitment to myself that I will not work on any other projects for myself until I reach certain business goals in this business, which I haven't met yet. So every time I come with an idea, I have a place to write it down, and I hide it, so I can't work on it anymore. My first staff, I can't even remember how, we were in my garage, so I remember that. It was really cold, because I remember wearing hats and gloves, because it wasn't heated in there, and it was wintertime. And so it was probably about 2.5, 3 years in. Well, my first employee was my second business partner, I guess. When I shut down the business, I said, okay, if I'm going to relaunch, I need to bring on a new business partner. Who is that going to be? And I hired somebody we worked together for 6 months and then brought him on as a partner. So I don't really consider him an employee. But our first employee after that was this woman who really came in to help us just kind of administrative type work. And it was a huge help. However, I had never managed anybody before, really. I had no idea what I was doing. I think I probably made a couple hiring mistakes, including the fact that about 3 months in, about the time we got her trained, she was married to an American man, but she was from England. And I didn't know all the story, but she went back to visit her family in England, and you can't do that. And so she got stuck out of the United States and couldn't come back. So we got a phone call about 3 months in after we got her trained up that she was not going to be coming back because she was not allowed back in the U.S. So that was a lesson learned, and another mistake. We had to hire someone to get someone else trained up. So does that answer your question?